Let's make sure that you all can hear me. It should be on. We have one person in here, and I'm making sure that my mic is showing up. Now let's see if it's showing up. Let's see. Is it showing up? Can you hear me? Making sure you can hear me. Okay. Testing. Here we go. All right. I should be live now. I should be. Tina, can you hear me? Hello, humble fella. Making sure y'all can hear me. I was doing a mic test on another platform just to make sure. All right, y'all early birds are going to get a chance, okay? You're getting a chance. We got 6 people. We got 6 people in here, okay? All right, you ready? You're going to get a chance to see something. Are you ready for this? It should be showing up on the corner of your screen, and it should be on your right corner of your screen, a little taste of what I am about to show you. And I'm going to get my glasses on so y'all can see. Y'all know I go to the winery, and I can't go to the winery without getting some wine. So this is a Cabernet Franc, all right? And it is, this wine club exclusive selection comes from, so this is a wine club exclusive, comes from the West Coast Growing Partners and has aged patiently for 30 months, maturing into a smooth, medium-bodied red wine with heavy notes of ripe plum, black cherry, blue and blueberry, a subtle earthiness, and oak characters of vanilla, toasted coconut, and dried herbs. Woohoo! So let's get it open. I already popped the cork on it. So let's get this open. It's already listed as not being for children, so here we go. Yep, I did not have a bottle of wine on Friday. Typically I have one on Friday, but I didn't have one on Friday. So we're going to open up this bottle and we're going to give it a try. It's been a busy day. It's been a crazy weekend, Chico. No. Leave the bottle of wine alone, Chico. Hold on a minute. There we go. All right, I'm getting it away from Chico. And it ain't working, so give me a second. He's very curious, and he does not need to be tasting the wine tonight. Get it up out of his reach, Suzzie. There. You're not a wine drinker, but it's okay. I get that, okay? Some people don't like it. Some people do. I happen to enjoy wine. I have my entire life, and I drink it occasionally. It's not an everyday thing, okay? Don't be going and saying I'm an alcoholic. I occasionally enjoy a bottle of wine, all right? It's very good. Very good. The smell on it is good too. So this was bottled in 2022. So it was bottled in 2022. And I do like supporting my local businesses. And that's why you see me going out to the winery. You see me going out to Froberg's Farm. And if you want to follow, um, there's a content creator out at Froberg's Farm. If you want to follow them and find out what's coming out in the fields, what's going on over there, it's called Farmer Froberg. Is the YouTube is their YouTube channel, Farmer Froberg. Let me see. Let me find them, and I'll give you a link. Okay. Let me find his channel for you. Here it is. And you can keep up on copy. And go into my live stream again. And here we go. Paste. All right, there's his link, Farmer Froberg. So you can keep up with what's going on out at his farm. That's where I figure out what's coming out of the fields. Is I keep up with his YouTube channel and figure out what's coming out of the fields. I am in my coffee pajamas, and it is a pajama night. We do Sunday night pajama, and I do have my coffee here. Let me tell you what I have here. I have me a glass of wine. I have coffee. And I have my 0 sugar Snapple kiwi strawberry that came from the food bank. So that's what I have for my drinks for tonight. And after this, I'm going to go on Netflix and watch a new release movie that is that just came out. I'm excited about watching it. And let me see if I can show you what it is. It is Nona's is the name of the movie that I'll be watching later on tonight. Yep, that's what it is. And it's out on Netflix, and I'm excited about watching this this movie. It was covered by Kelly Clarkson this last week, and so that's what kind of gave me the idea of watching it tonight. I like to do like a movie night on Sunday night, so I'm looking forward to it. All right, it's 7:01, and my nose is itching right now. Chico has been for a walk, and we've been doing short walks today. It's been a very kind of crazy weekend tonight, and Chico's playing in the hallway over there. He's got a little energy. And I want to say hello to everybody that's out there. Tina is out there. So is Humble Fella. Teresa, it's good to see you. Grandma Teresa is here, as well as Double Trouble. That's who I can see in the chat. Please do me a favor and join the chat and at least say hi. It makes a difference. Also, if you will click on the little, on the bottom, I think it's on your bottom right, there's a little heart there, and you can do happy faces, you can do 100%, you can do hearts. If you let those fly, then it lets people know that I'm on live. It sends out in the algorithm, out there that it's that it's there, that I'm doing a live. It kind of sends out messages. And so you guys doing that for me helps out. We got 16 people in here. So I want to see at least 16 different people talking to me in the chat. You do have to subscribe to chat, and you have to wait 10 minutes. So those are the two requirements to be able to chat, is to subscribe and wait 10 minutes. So I appreciate that. Anyway, let me get started on telling you the events of this last week. Some of it you've already seen on my YouTube videos, because right now I don't have any ahead of time videos, so you're seeing it almost in real time. So this week, what y'all saw that I did was I went to, on Monday I did housekeeping, I did house cleaning. Tuesday I went to Froberg's farm, and I got a big deal on the zucchini there. That was the biggest like bonus that I got, was the deal on zucchini. I picked up some green beans out there as well. And then I went right next door to a smokehouse. If you ever in this area and you get a chance to come out to this area, head out to Froberg's farm, because it's so much fun. You can spend so much time out there. I haven't shown you everything out there, and the reason is because I kind of limited my time to focus on getting the things that I needed out of there. And so I picked up the zucchini that was coming out of the fields, and the price on it was really good. So I picked up as much as I could carry. Okay, just saying, as much as I could carry. And then I would have picked up more, but I don't have a car, so I have to be able to carry it up on the bus. And so that's why I say I could, as much as I could carry. And then I picked up the green beans. I picked up five dozen of the fresh eggs, so that should last me for a while. And then I went next door to the smokehouse that they have next door. And oh, let me tell you, I told myself I was going to get me some smoked meats. And yes, it's expensive. I know it's expensive, but I very seldom treat myself to this particular smoked meat, but it is so good. It is so good that over this week after I had gone there, I have eaten all of the pork sausage, the smoked pork sausage that I got. I have eaten some of the brisket. I have 2 servings of the brisket left, and it's in the refrigerator right now. I'm going to be eating it up tomorrow. It's my meals for tomorrow. And then I took the turkey sausage that I purchased, and it went into the freezer today. And so that's what I did with the turkey sausage. It's going to be for another meal. I have a plan for the other meal. And yeah, so that's what I did with that. I processed the stuff from the farm today. And so those videos are coming out. Those videos are coming out in the next couple of days. So get ready for those. But I went out to Froberg's farm on Tuesday. On Wednesday, what did I do? I did the food bank haul on Wednesday. I try not to book anything on Wednesday because I do the food bank haul on Wednesday. So even if I have an event scheduled, I do like to do the food bank haul because there's so many of y'all that enjoy the food bank haul that I try not to double schedule myself so I can go to the food bank on Wednesdays. And out of the food bank haul this last week, I didn't show you what I gave away because I'm going to be honest with y'all. It upsets some people that I give away the food. I don't understand why it upsets some people, but it does. They don't think that I should be giving away food that I get from the food bank. And it confuses me because they know that I am on an eating program. There's certain things that I can't have. And I don't get to choose what I don't get to pick and choose what I get from the food bank. I go with the neighbor. The neighbor takes me. We go as a group. There are neighbors, plural, that we all qualify for the food bank. Okay. And so not only do we qualify for one, but we qualify for 2 a week. We choose to go to only one, but we qualify for both of them. Okay. And um, so anything that I cannot eat, it goes out of my door. And the reason is because it's a weakness of mine. Many of us people are carb, um, like we crave carbs. Okay. We're addicted to carbs. And so if I don't have it in the house, then I don't eat it. I opt for the proteins or the low carb choices if I don't have it in my house. So if you saw the food bank haul, you know that there was only one item that I could actually keep out of it. And that one item was the meat, the chicken in the package. Everything else had to go out because there were too many carbs in it. And so it went to 3 different families. All right. It went to 3 different families. The majority of it went to one. And the carrot cake went to another, a family member, actually. They asked for the carrot cake. And so it went to them. They had to come and pick it up right away because I love carrot cake. It's my favorite all-time cake. If I'm going to cheat, it's going to be on the carrot cake. Okay. And I can eat the whole cake. I can eat the whole cake. So I know myself. So it had to go out the door so that I would not be eating it. And the yogurt went to someone else, the vanilla yogurt. I can have yogurt, but it has to be Greek unflavored yogurt. And then I put in what I want, that is 0 carbs. So it can't have any of the fruits in it, all right? Because what they typically do with the fruits that they put into the yogurts is it's not fresh fruit. It is like it's processed fruit, all right? Because it's like it has a syrup in it. And so even though it does say keto on the outside, it still has the sugars that I'm trying to stay away from. So the only yogurts that I can actually have has to be Greek yogurt, and it has to be not just plain, and I put my own stuff in it. If I want it sweetened, I put stevia in it. So that's the way I have to go with the yogurt. So let's have a little coffee, because look, today is as good as you make it. All right. Then, hold on. Then on Thursday, I went to bingo, and it was potluck bingo. And y'all saw with the video that I put out on that, I think I just put that video out Saturday. I think I put it out Friday or Saturday. Yeah, I put it out Friday. Thursday's video I put out Friday. And it was me making the green beans, which was a huge hit at the potluck. And there was nothing left. There was only like maybe 10 green beans in the bottom of the pot when I went to pick it up. I asked them to dump it out, rinse it out, and then I'll wash it when I got home. Okay. And so the green beans were a huge hit. Y'all saw how I made it. I don't like unseasoned green beans. I showed you how you can take food bank green beans, because that's what that was. It was food bank green beans. No salt in it. And I upticked it into using onions, garlic. I threw in a jalapeno pepper, and I added Tony Chachere's seasoning to it. And you can take all of a food bank load of green canned green beans and kick it to the point where the pot is empty. And hi, Busty, how are you? Busty is another creator. If you click on her name, you could probably find her YouTube channel. Busty, if you want to post your YouTube channel in here, you feel free to do that. And anyone else that has a YouTube channel, feel free to go ahead and post it in here. I don't mind y'all doing that. Katie's Kitchen is in here. I see. Oh, Katie, you wanted me to make brisket tacos out of my brisket. I can't do that because I can make a taco salad. I can make a brisket taco salad. I can't have the carbs from the tortillas, but I'll make a brisket taco salad for you. Matter of fact, I'll do that tomorrow. Film it. Y'all, cheers. I need some wine because when I get down to what happened on the weekend, y'all understand. All right. It's a great wine. The next thing that I did this week. Oh, that does sound good, Grandma Teresa. You're going to have to post in one of my comments down below. When you do it, tell me how you do it. I would love to see some of y'all's recipes in the comment section. That's another thing I would love to see. If it's something that's on my eating plan, then I would be glad to read your recipe and figure out if it's something I can have. Okay? Don't get upset if y'all give me a recipe and I don't make it because I can't have it. All right? There's some ingredient in there that I can't have because there's more going on with my body than I'm letting you all know. All right? And so, oh, you have a channel. Okay, Grant. I think I'm subscribed to your channel. I sure do think I'm subscribed to your channel. If not, I'm going to make a note of it and check. All right? Let me write that down right now. All right, I'm going to write it down right now. You can post it in here in the chat over there. You can post it. I'm writing it down. Oh, Katie's Kitchen. You have so many. Oh, man. If you live close to me, you could have brought me some of those. Okay? I would love to do that. If you have too many, more than you can handle, what I suggest is dice them up, put them in a freezer bag, and throw them in the freezer. Okay? Because there's going to come a time when you're going to need them in the winter. And so, don't let them go to waste. If nothing else, dice them up and throw them in the freezer for a later time. So on Thursday, I went to bingo and went to potluck. Y'all saw the spread there and how I created my meal. And I did cheat a little bit. I did get a piece of the dessert because I wanted to try that dessert. It looked really good. Yes, another thing you can do with that is to dehydrate them. I do dehydrate bell peppers as well. And then Friday, I went to bingo on the other side of the senior center. They have two sections of the senior center. There's two different programs. And they try real hard not to schedule events at the same time. And so that's why I went to bingo Thursday for one half of the senior center and bingo on Friday for the other half. And I wanted to show you how in some places, okay, in my town, they have a program for seniors that all you have to do is register for it. That's it. And I registered for the transportation is what I did. I registered for the transportation. And in the process of registering for the transportation, I also qualified for the free, it's like a TV dinner that they provide for the seniors. Not only do they provide the transportation for them to go to the senior center every day, but they also provide a meal for them every day for lunch. And so all they have to do is register for it, and then the shuttle bus will go by and pick them up and then bring them to the senior center, and they have coffee and conversation. And 3 days a week they do bingo, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think they do cards and dominoes. And I'm thinking about maybe doing, I love playing dominoes. That's another game I love playing. I love board games. I grew up, playing board games, and I love them. And so I might go up to the senior center and start scheduling me a day to play dominoes as well. That would be fun. Okay, it really would. And so, and I wanted you to see at least one day a week me having one of those meals. Now, I do want to, at some point, when I can afford it, get me one of those action cameras that I can put on something and put it right here. All right, so that, put it right here. Okay, so that when I go out grocery shopping, when I go out to the different stores and things like that, I think that's how they do it on the other videos, is that they have like a, camera that's right here, mounted right here, okay? And they film it. They film what they're doing in the grocery stores. And so I may do that, all right, at some point. We'll see. And I'm trying to figure out how to set that stuff up, plus get mic set up, I'm trying to figure all that out, all right? And so it's a work in progress, plus take care of my garden before I go and do these activities. And so, yeah, I'm thinking they're not cheap, and that's the reason why I don't like. When I take Chico for a walk, some of y'all want me to. I've seen people make comments like, it would be nice if you could show us on the walk and not just focusing on Chico, but actually showing you walking, okay, like down the street and stuff. And I've heard you. I know that I've heard you, but I'm still focused on what Chico is doing, because Chico is still very much a puppy. And I'm going to tell you point blank, okay? He eats things he should not be eating. And if I'm not focused on what he's doing when I'm out walking, he will snatch up things that'll make him sick, that'll make him horribly sick. So I have to focus on what he is doing when I'm out for a walk. It's not a leisure walk, okay? It is, but it isn't. I still have to focus on what he's doing, because he's still very much a puppy, and everything goes in his mouth. Everything goes in his mouth when he's out walking. If he's not sniffing it, he is tasting it. And so kids in the neighborhood are throwing things down. He can't have candy. He can't have soda pop cans. He can't have Kool-Aid containers, those little barrel containers. All of that stuff is out there in the neighborhood, all right? And so I have to watch what he's doing. Like, feral cats are everywhere. If you don't know anything about some dogs like to eat cat poop. It's just a thing, okay? It's not anything. And Chico's one of them. And I have to make sure he's not doing that, because those are feral cats that can have any kind of parasites and worms and all that stuff. Okay? So no. Cheers, everyone. Okay? Now, thank you all for actually a phone stand that you can put over your head. Okay, thank you, Tina. I'm going to write that down. You think Walmart has it? All right, let me see if I can. Something has happened with my nail here. Hold on. It just happened. All right. Phone stand overhead. Okay, I made a note of it. That's what I do on these chats. Y'all see how I take notes of your suggestions. I do that with your comments as well. And so, no, Carmen, I haven't gotten a car yet. And the reason is because the prices on them are crazy, and I want to pay cash for it. Okay? It was actually a combination of family members and you guys' comments that made me decide not to get a new car, which is what I wanted, really. Okay, it was one of the things that I was looking at, and to wait and hold off until I can afford. I'm saving a little bit of money every month, and I can afford a car that is reasonably priced and will be something that I can take. If I want to take a trip, it'll be okay. I don't have to worry about it breaking down on the side of the road and stuff like that. So that, yes. So that is the reason why I still don't have a car. All right. So it's okay. I worked a way around it. I have transportation from the senior center. They'll take me anywhere in my county that I need to go. My doctor's appointments, my dental appointments. The only thing that they won't do, okay, the only thing that I can't schedule with them is, this is a woman thing, going and getting a mammogram because it's out of my county. My county doesn't have a mammogram center that is covered by my insurance. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Okay. Katie's Kitchen, you need to throw me some peppers. I really would like to have them. And then let me talk about what happened on the weekend. So for a couple of weeks now, the air conditioner in my walk-in pantry, remember I turned one of my bedrooms into a walk-in pantry, and y'all have seen a video of me working in that walk-in pantry. And when hi Jonedy, and when I lost power on the plug in the walk-in pantry's air conditioner, that's the only thing that was out. And then the bathroom, and one of my bathrooms and my back room where my TV room is, was tripping the breaker. And so a family member told me, I'm not saying who it was, but a family member told me they'd come over and take a look at it. And I said, okay, great, wonderful, woohoo, all right. So they came over to look at it on Saturday. And when they flipped that switch, pop, and the breaker box just lit up. And we looked at each other, and he said, call an electrician. Okay, something's not right here, call an electrician. And so I called an electrician out on Saturday. I was going to wait until Monday, but then Saturday, after my family member left, I walked in the kitchen and went to go make me something to eat, and the refrigerator was out. The light didn't come on when I opened the refrigerator. And so I started looking around the kitchen, and both freezers and the refrigerator, it blew the plugs out in my kitchen. It blew the plugs out in the bathroom. It blew the plugs that pop blew plugs out in my house. And so that was it. I had to call an electrician out on Saturday. If you don't know anything, it's almost double time when an electrician has to come out on the weekends. All right. But I had to. But they promised me they would be out to before the end of the day. And sure enough, they did. They came out before the end of the day and after hours because they were on a job when I called. And so they said, as soon as we finish this job, um, we will definitely go to your house. We will not wait until Sunday. We will make sure we get there today. And so I asked them that because I told them, if you can't make it, let me know so I can get another electrician out here. And so they said, no, we will make it out to your house. And so they did. They made it out, and the electrician said, I'm going to get busy really quick so I can save you some money. The faster I get done, the less money it's going to cost you. And so I didn't film any of it. And the reason is because time is money when it's on the weekend and you've got an electrician in your house. And I did not want to take time to set up the camera, do all that stuff, talk to him and all that stuff. I did not want to waste his time. Okay. I didn't, or my money. Okay. So he came out. Within 10 minutes, he figured out 3 problems that was the issue. And he could fix it all without any parts, no parts. And I was like, cool, great, all right. He said, but I still can't figure out what was causing. He said he found 2 issues. At the end, he found the 3rd one. He said, I can't figure out what's the problem with this plug here, all right? And so he went and he said, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. What he thought it was some, if you don't know anything about mobile homes, you have 2 plugs outside your mobile home. Generally speaking, there are 2 plugs. We could only locate one on the outside. And I've only known about one. He said there's generally 2 plugs on mobile homes. So chances are the plug is up underneath your house. Somewhere up underneath your house. And sure enough, he went to that plug and he said, I got to figure out which one of these is hot. So I got to do it while it's hot. And I said, just don't electrocute yourself, please. I do not want to have to dial 911 on you. He said, I promise I'm not going to electrocute myself. But I do have to touch this and find out which one of these is hot. And sure enough, sparks flew into the plug. And he figured out which one of them was hot. Because it was blowing out, okay? And so he figured out which one was hot, and it ran up underneath the mobile home. That line went up underneath the mobile home. So he went outside and he said, there's another issue underneath your mobile home that I can't fix. And I said, okay, what is it? He said, you got a plumbing issue. You got a leak somewhere underneath your mobile home. And it's a drainage leak. Okay. And more than likely, I'm pretty sure it is a drainage leak off of your shower. And I'm like, okay, so that's a plumber issue, not an electrician issue. And he said, yeah. So what I'm going to do, instead of going underneath your mobile home and trying to figure all that out, because there's a problem underneath there with the plumbing, I'm going to rewire, because it's only going to take me a few seconds to rewire in the house. I can rewire and dead that particular wire that is causing the problem. I said, do that. If it's going to cost me less and it's going to cost, you're going to be here less time. So that's what he did. He rewired the wire that was causing the issue and deadened the plug that's underneath the mobile home. So it doesn't work. Hi, Marie. And so once that was deadened and he rewired it, guess what? Everything works now. So he did it in less than 2 hours. Fixed 3 issues in less than 2 hours. Yeah, he was really good, really fast, really efficient. And the owner of the company said, hey, would you do me a favor and leave me a review on Yelp? And the next time I have to come out there, I'll give you $50 off your next off of your next, the next time you need me out there. I said, sure, I'll give you a review on Yelp and take that $50 off of the next bill. So it's all fixed, it's all running, and I didn't lose any of my food. Y'all know that I got some food prepped in my house, okay? And that was my biggest concern. This is great wine, I'm telling you. So that was my week. And so yesterday I was completely exhausted by the end of the day, and I just went to bed early. I didn't hang out with friends online or anything like that. I went to bed. I was exhausted. And so I am, yeah, it was a great save on all that food. Y'all know I've had to restart over once before. I did that on video where I had to restart over after a storm blew through. Okay, Joni, you still have fuses and you want circuit breakers? Well, I mean, I could get those, but to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to hire an electrician. And so the family member is going to help me pay for this. So even though I can afford it, I had the money, all right, they're going to come and write me a check, okay, just because I want to. So, and plus they felt bad because they blew it out, okay. So, and the price on me getting an electrician out on Saturday evening, because it turned out that they showed up on the evening, was not bad. The price was not bad. I was quite surprised. I was quite surprised at how little it actually cost. Okay, and how quickly they got it fixed. I know, I did. They know it. All right, they work in electricity. Okay, so they're familiar with it. All right, what they didn't want was they could not see what the issue was. They tried. They couldn't see what the issue was. So my family knows. You know, it wasn't their fault. No, not a boyfriend. That was a good question. I just wanted to answer it. Nope, it's not a boyfriend. Okay. I'm not dating anyone, not seeing anyone. All right. I did get invited out on a date, but the date never happened. It never came to fruition. All right. So I'm not bad. I mean, I'm not upset over it. All right. I'm one of these that I roll with it. The fact that they stopped their vehicle and asked me out on a date was enough. Okay. That was enough. That absolutely made my month. Okay. So, all right. So that's my week. And it finally ended today. I've been chilling out. Now, today, what I did, and you're going to see those upcoming videos. I want you to know I filmed 2 videos today. And the reason is because the first one was long. I wanted to show you a whole process and not cut any of it short. So I want y'all to watch the video all the way through and don't get bored, because I wanted you to see the entire process. And I wanted you to, hang out with me while I was doing it. And so, I brought you along. All right. That's what I do, is I bring you along and I don't edit nothing out. You just hang out with me. So the one that's coming out tomorrow is me processing the zucchini. Y'all know I got a big old bag of zucchini from the Froberg's farm. And so I wanted you to know that I processed it today. I lost 1 zucchini. I don't know what happened to it. It looked like it had been frozen and then thawed out. I don't know how that happened, but only 1 zucchini was that way. So out of all of the zucchini that I got for only $3 for that big old bag of zucchini, okay, just let that register for a minute. Okay, that whole big bag of zucchini give me 4 bags of zucchini, and each one of those bags is 4 meals. So do the math. All right, that's how many meals I got out of a $3 bag of zucchini. And then I processed the green beans today. Y'all know I got a big old bag of green beans as well. The green beans were not cheap, okay? But I do like fresh green beans. And so I didn't have time to cook any of the green beans because as soon as I went, from the farm, I went from Froberg's farm to going somewhere every day last week. And it looks like I'm going to be doing the same thing. On Tuesday of this week, I will tell you my plans coming up. Remember, plans they do change, okay? But I do have a plan. On Tuesday, I want to go back over to the eye doctor to pick up my glasses. On Wednesday, let me look at my calendar. Hold on. Y'all gonna make me put my granny glasses on. Well, let me do it. All right. On Wednesday, we had the food bank haul and Build a Burger Bingo at the same time. So this Wednesday, I may not be doing a food bank haul. I can ask my neighbor to pick up for me, and then when I get home from Build a Burger Bingo, then they can bring it to me. But I might just skip this week's food bank haul because I want to go. I paid for the Build a Burger, so I want to go. And then on Thursday, I don't have anything scheduled so far. And then on Friday, I have free bingo at the senior center for and pizza. It's a pizza day, and they're gonna have pizza there. And what I'm planning on doing, and spend the morning there with morning coffee with everyone and breakfast, and then they're gonna have pizza there. I'm gonna try to make my own pizza and take my own pizza, or I might put a bed of lettuce, and make a pizza salad using the toppings off of my pizza, if that makes sense. Okay. And so that's what I have planned this week. So on Tuesday, I'm going to the eye doctor to pick up my glasses. On Thursday, I could probably schedule another trip out to Froberg's farm and see what they have. I could probably do that. That might be fun. You will have to look for your video. I will have to. Oh yeah. You can look for my video. Yeah, pizza salad sounds good, and I've been thinking about doing that. Is that whatever toppings I get on my pizza, I'll just take all of it off, okay, all the toppings off, and throw it into a salad, lettuce bed, and just not eat the crust of the pizza. And so, yeah, I could do that. Okay. Instead of making a whole pizza for myself, I could do that. I've done that before. Y'all seen me make the pizza. It's in, I think it's in this cookbook here. It's in my Verta Friendly cookbook. It's a cauliflower pizza, but a pizza bowl. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that and showing you how you can go to events and still stay on an eating plan. The hardest thing for me is that is to pass those carbs up. That's hard for me. It really is. And I'm not how do I put this? I know how difficult this could be for people that are trying to do this, trying to eat healthier and using the stuff that I plan out as a guide for them to eat healthier. And I can tell you that it's not easy for me as well, especially this restrictive of low carbs. It's real when I get around the carb heavy meals, it's hard for me to pass those up. Okay, I'm struggling with it. When I'm at home, I don't struggle with it at all because I don't have it in my house. And that's why one of the reasons I purged everything out of my pantry. That's another thing that some people, some of my viewers got really, really upset and pissed off that I took everything out of my pantry and gave it to everybody. They got upset over it. It's my food, okay? Okay. And I knew I had to do that for my health. It was a decision for my health. And so if I don't have it in my pantry, I am not eating it. And I want to replace what I can have into my pantry. And that's what I have been working on. So, oh, you're going to try a blood type diet? Okay. All right. I feel a lot better, Joni. I do. I feel a lot better. I went from not being able to walk almost nothing to being able to walk 6 blocks every day in my neighborhood. It was a struggle. It's been a struggle, and it will be a struggle, for me to keep it up. But this new eating program, and I lost almost 60 pounds so far. If you go back and watch my older videos, you will see I've lost some weight. And so it's a struggle for me. I'm not shying away from the fact that I do have like things that I'm not supposed to have. It's a journey. It's not something that is I'm going to be perfect at. All right. And I want you to know that I am not perfect at this. Okay. I'm not. And so I, so I'm not perfect at it by any means. I do get off of the eating program occasionally, but that's the important thing is that it's an occasional thing. It's not me off of it all the time. It's me if I do get off of it, it's a once every week or 2 weeks event, one meal. And so but I went hard on it at the beginning. For the first 4 or 5 months, I was hard on that eating program. Like I was not breaking it at all. And the reason is because I needed to flush my system out and get some of the weight off, some of the pounds off. And so I could get up and get moving. That was the key for me, is I needed to get up and get moving. And do I watch Candace? And I do watch Candace. And I know she does a lot of low carb meals, Katie. I do that. And I watch her as she struggles with it like me. She also is struggling with it. And so, yes, I do watch Candace. And so, like when I go out into the community and I go to these functions like the Build-A-Burger bingo and the potluck bingo, those are my times that I kind of give myself a little grace. And if there's one little dessert there that I want to try, then I do. But I don't eat the whole piece, okay? I try to tell them to get me the smallest piece, and then I try it. I don't eat the whole thing. Okay. Now, and so I do have to treat myself every once in a while. Now, when I went out to the farm, though, and I went over to the smokehouse, understand that the smokehouse meat is not a treat, okay? That is on my eating plan, okay? I just have to keep it to 4 ounces per meal. And I did. I went through that smoked sausage, the pork sausage, pretty quick, okay? I did. It was good. All right, we are, 54 minutes into this live already, and we've enjoyed each other's company, and I've gone through my week, and I'm telling you what my week is in the future. I do, like I said, on Tuesday, I do want to go pick up my glasses, And maybe Thursday I'll go back out to Froberg's farm. I'll have to look and see how much cash I have, because I only pay cash for stuff that I have, that I buy at Froberg's, because they do have a credit card. You can use your debit card and stuff like that, but they charge you for it. And so the whole point of me going out there is just to save money on buying things, specifically the produce that's coming out of the field. And so I might make a trip back out to Froberg's and take a look to see what's coming out of the field this week. Last week it was green beans and zucchini. I'm waiting for the cucumbers to come out of the field, because I'm going to go buy me up some cucumbers and make me some pickles. I did go into the pantry and look, because the green beans that I bought, I couldn't decide whether I wanted to can them or I wanted to freeze them. And I have a whole section flat and then cans on top of it of green beans. So I'm good for the green beans for the rest of this year, on the shelf. So I went ahead and froze the green beans today. Good. I'm glad that some of you that are watching me are also encouraged to go and check out your food bank. All right. I've had, like I said, I've had some viewers that are concerned, with what I do with my food at my food bank, that I get from my food bank. And it was a kind of an interesting comment, is that they were going to check out their food bank and see what it takes to get food from their food bank, as well as them being concerned about what I'm doing with the food that I get from my food bank. And so I encourage them to go and check out their food bank, see what that they can get, and to turn their camera on and to show us what they get from their food bank. And I promised them that I would follow them and that I would be positive about my comments, because I do that. I watch food bank hauls myself, okay? And so I'm encouraging people that are watching to go visit their food banks. Turn on your camera. Let's see what you get from the food bank. You don't have to show us your face. Turn your camera on and let's see what you get from your food bank. Across the nation, across the world, I would love to see what people are getting. I watch a lady from Australia that goes to her local food bank. All right. I think it's cool to see what different people are getting from their food banks, and what is common, what all food banks are getting to give out to their to the people that go to their food banks, because there are commonalities. If you haven't noticed, from different food banks, people get the same things all across the United States in every food bank, because Stokey's is one of them. Stokey's canned canned vegetables, that's one of them. Another thing is packages of nuts. People get packages of nuts. They are shipped to food banks in bulk, in cases. All right, and so people get dried fruit. Those are the subsidies that farmers are getting. That's what you're getting at the food bank, is the farmers are getting subsidies from the U.S. government for food that is not being sold. And so instead of it going to the landfills or getting plowed under, what they're doing with it is that they are packaging it up. And when the government subsidizes, they take the produce from the farmers and they package them up and send them to the food banks. And so everybody across the United States gets different things. I remember qualifying for government cheese and butter when I was first married, because I was that poor when I was first married. I do too. I love being able to get dried fruit and nuts. And you can take those dried fruit and nuts and make trail mix out of them. If nothing else, you can make trail mix out of them. Throw them in together, collect them, and then when you get a bunch of different types of nuts in your pantry and different types of dried fruits, throw them together and make a trail mix. Um, I've done that in the past. I can't have the fruit anymore, the dried fruit, but it is what it is, okay? And that's another thing. Yes, good, Katie. You can soak the nuts and add them to your smoothies, all right? Now, for me, nuts are a snack and in my eating program, so I can have the nuts, and I eat them quite frequently. I eat about a handful every day. And so, yeah. All right. Do y'all have any more questions? We've been talking for a whole hour. We have been talking for a whole hour. Y'all have any questions? If you don't, I'm going to go ahead and end today's show. I want to thank you all for coming out and spending some time with me on this Sunday. I did not do a show last Sunday because it was Mother's Day. And so I took the day off for Mother's Day. Vanessa. I get from the food bank, I get pistachios, walnuts, almonds, and I think those are the 3 nuts that I get from the food bank. And then to add on top of those to make my mixed nuts, I buy cashews and pecans. Cashews and pecans. Okay, and so that's my build of mixed nuts that I make for myself, and I make a big container of it, and then it lasts me pretty much a couple of weeks before I have to make another big batch. But that was a good question, Vanessa. Anyone else have any other questions for me? If you don't, I'm going to go ahead say good night. Good night, everyone. Y'all be blessed because you guys bless me each and every day. And I will see you all next Sunday. I don't have anything on the calendar for next Sunday, so I'll see you. Bye-bye.